Sophia, watching Free Speech TV in Maysville, Kentucky. Your thoughts on this, Sophia?
Hey, Tom. I hope I'm not overgeneralizing here. I just kind of almost had to pull my finger out of my throat when I heard that guy talking about women hungering for a man like him to govern their lives. I think that if you're generalizing, and I realize this is generalizing, the feminine is more cooperative, perhaps, and the masculine, in general, is more competitive, perhaps. And I think it's very hard for a cooperative spirit to survive in the face of extreme aggressive competition, which we go in ebbs and flows of throughout human history. Obviously, I'm sure you know that much more than I do. Women are, we tend to be less competitive sometimes.
More collaborative.
But I don't know. I think that may be part of it. It's and I liked what the previous caller just said about the Mother Earth concept and how native cultures tended to be more cooperative.
Yes, and I think that is from. Pardon me. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I think that the native culture thing comes out of having seen male domination and seen it fail. When you're looking at Native American cultures, for example, you're looking at cultures that have been on this continent for 10,000 years. They've had plenty of time to work it out. Jack Forbes, he's deceased now, but he wrote a book called Columbus and Other Cannibals. He was a professor of Native American Studies at University of California, Davis. And I went out and interviewed him when I was writing Last Hours of Ancient Sunlight. And he said, my people, the Native American people, he said, when you white people first showed up on our shores, you were infected by a mental illness. We called it wetiko. It's a spiritual and intellectual and emotional mental illness of male domination and basically rape, rob, and pillage. And he said the problem that we were confronted with as the people who had fully populated every square inch of this continent, the problem that we were faced with is we could fight it, but then we would become it. We could lay down and die, but then it would wipe us out. Or we could run away from it, but eventually it would catch us. And most of us who survived just ran away from it. The ones who fought lost, and the ones who or became it. And he described this as wetiko, this cultural mental illness. And I think that in many ways this is also the story of men and women, and at least in the 50s. I mean, this is kind of the Mad Men complex. Am I making sense?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a baby boomer, so I get you there.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I don't want to take any more of your time. I really appreciate all your insights, and women are trying to call. They just can't necessarily get through.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sophia. I appreciate it. And on that, we will end today's show.